Hello everyone to this OCI budgeting session. In this session, we will cover how can you check your cost, predict your cost, and also how to put notifications to your costs. I will start by showing you a presentation to have an overview of the OCI infrastructure, and then we can go directly in the console and check these options together. This is the map of the regions, of Oracle regions, where you can deploy your services. So I just wanted to emphasize that you can deploy your services everywhere, and then you can check your cost by each region, or even check your cost of all the resources from everywhere. This is also a map of how each region is constructed. So as you can see here, each region is constructed by multiple data centers. In Oracle Cloud, those data centers are called availability domains. And you will see that some of the data centers will have just one availability domain, and one of them will have 3 availability domains, so 3 data centers. I'm showing you this because you will also see this when you check your costs. Besides this, of course, regions, you will see that there is the virtual network that allows you to connect all the regions between them. And yeah, this is how you connect your services between the regions. Let's move on. As I mentioned, those are the session takeaways for today. How to check consumption, how to use tags. We will talk also about the usage reports and how you can create a budget so you can receive a notification when you reach a certain threshold of your costs. Okay, let's actually stop this presentation and let's go directly into the console. Okay, so this is my account. This is the homepage of any account. This will also be your homepage. You can go to this homepage all the time by just clicking on our Oracle Cloud logo. On the right side, you will have a very high-level costs. You will see here exactly how much you have used in the current month, for example, in my case. But of course, we will go to more deeper into those costs. So you have the first option to go directly here and analyze costs, and it will redirect you to the costs page, the cost analysis. But of course, you can also reach this page by going into the menu and governance and administration. And of course, under administration, you will have this cost analysis. Here, you will see the cost per each individual service that you have deployed inside the Oracle Cloud. And this is a very nice graph because as you can see here, you can see each individual service and you can also check the cost per day. So you can see the cost for each day. You can also customize the dates that you want. So you can go here and go to any date that you want to check the cost, any time interval. And of course, you will also have a lot of options here to filter your costs. So basically, as I showed you on how the Oracle Cloud is composed, you can check the cost by availability domains. So just for a specific availability domain, you can also check the cost by compartment. I didn't tell you yet what compartments are, but I'm going to show you right away. You can also check the cost by tags, and I'm going to also show you what tags are. You can check the cost by region, and also a lot of other options that you can use from here, SKU, for example. Okay, I want to very quickly show you what the compartments are. So we go to identity and we reach compartments because this is a very nice way to check your costs. By default, you have a root compartment, which is basically the name of your tenant. As you can see, my tenant is this one, so also the root compartment will be the same name. Under this root compartment, you can create subcompartments. And I will show you exactly, I will make you a picture of this. So this is your tenant, and you will have the root compartment, which is this one. Actually, no, this big one is the root one. Say this is the root. And you can create subcompartments with services here. So I have one subcompartment, the second subcompartment, the third one. So you can deploy here services in each of these subcompartments, and then you can check the cost of just one compartment, for example. This is very cool because you can use this for you can use this for a specific project, like a test environment, or maybe a production environment, or maybe you have two production environments. So you can have production environment 1 and production environment 2, and you can check the cost exactly for this compartment. Basically, these compartments are a logical segregation of your resources. Okay, so this is the most used way to check your cost via compartment and via project, of course. Moving on, we go back to this cost analysis page. You will see that the second option here is the usage report. You can also, I actually didn't show you, but you can also download this very nice graph that you have here on the cost analysis. And you can download it and you can use it with Excel, for example, or you can even import it to Oracle Analytics if you want. Also, if we go to usage report, you will have here a very in-detail usage report with cost per minute. So you can also download this and play with it again with Excel or Oracle Analytics or any other tool that you want.
Yeah, Ravi, sorry, I just want to, just a quick interruption there, but it is worth pointing out, as you mentioned, you can use the analytics engine for it as well. There is a lot of stuff available on GitHub related around this, where people have uploaded how they're doing the reporting and stuff. So you can also have a look. There's a massive amount of stuff available for free on this. So, you know, you can use the default stuff, or exactly like I said, you can go with the downloaded material, and you don't have to go and start creating your own data analytics. You can grab somebody else's and use that. It's worth considering that as well, I think. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Tom, for that. Yes. All right. Moving on, you have the budget option. This is, of course, a tool that will help you with to get notified when you reach a certain amount of credits that you have. So as you can see, again, you have the option here to put a budget for a specific compartment, and of course you can do that by the root compartment. And if you create this budget on the root compartment, you will have the notification for your whole tenant. Or also, you will have the possibility to create a budget for a subcompartment for a specific project, for example, or depending on how you create your compartments for production environment, for example. And yeah, you can do that also. Of course, the process is very easy. You put a name for it, you put a description, then you put the compartment. I already have a budget for this compartment, so let's go to another one. Yeah. For example, I want to create for this compartment. Then I put how much money I have in total. Let's say I have 10,000, and here is the currency that you have. You can have, for example, 10,000 euros, for example, and then you have the possibility to put the date when you want to start this budget, and then you will have two options here, very interesting options. The first one is the actual spend, and this actual spend has also two options. You can use the percentage of the actual spend, and that means 90. You can put a percentage of this credit that you have. So if you put the percentage like 90%, when you reach 9,000 out of this 10,000, you receive a notification like, hey, you are almost reaching this 10,000, you're reaching already 9,000. Please be aware. Also, you have the possibility to use an absolute amount, and here you can write exactly like 9,567, for example. When you reach this, you will also get notified. Another interesting thing here in the budget option is the forecast spend. The forecast spend uses a machine learning algorithm that will realize that you're gonna overspend your credits before the end of the month by using, of course, an algorithm. So if you are having 10,000, the same amount, the same 10,000 per month, and let's say this 10,000 means like 333 per day. If you are going with a lot more than this 333 per day, let's say you are spending 400 per day, after 3 days, the algorithm will realize that by the end of the month, you're going to overspend your money, and you also get notified like, hey, in this rhythm, you're going to spend your money before the end of the month. And of course, here you write your emails. You can write as many emails as you want, and also an optional message that you want to receive. You also get the default one from Oracle, but you can write something for yourself. Keep in mind that this is a soft limit, so you'll just receive a notification. We will never stop your resources because maybe you have something important there that is running, so we will never stop the resources for you. Okay, the next tool that will help you forecast your cost is the cloud.oracle.com/cost estimator. This is a very interesting tool because you can forecast exactly how much you're going to spend at the end of the month. Here you'll find a list with all the Oracle services, and you can see here on the list all the services. I will use for now just a simple VM to show you how this is working. And you add the service from the list. Of course, you can add all the services that you are using, and then you have a very easy tool to customize here. You put the number of instances. Let's say I have just one instance. Then you put how many days I'm going to use this per month. Let's say the whole month. Then how many hours per day. Again, let's say I'm using it non-stop. And then you select the shape. Let's say I have a standard virtual machine with 1 CPU per hour, and it will get you exactly how much you're going to spend at the end of the month. That's very easy to use, so I would recommend you also use this just to know from before. Okay, what was the next option? The next option, which is very useful for you, again on the administration part, the governance and administration, is the Cloud Advisor. This acts like a friend to you because anytime you are deploying something, this Cloud Advisor will help you, telling you recommendations like, hey, and I can show you actually directly, you didn't use this block volume for a lot of time. Maybe you are not using it at all. You can delete it if you want, or I don't know, you have an idle compute instance for I don't know, for 2 months. Maybe you can also delete it if you don't use it. Of course, this will not happen automatically. You will be the person in charge to accept these recommendations if you want. And of course, all these recommendations will help you save some money. So that's a very interesting tool.
Radu,
here,
if I could
yes.
just interrupt you there again, this is just two points worth mentioning, and I'm always a firm believer people are using it themselves. So I do know that predictive stuff that you meant, the forecast option. A lot of the admins that I used to deal with them in a past role, they all use that. Right, that was a kind of a big thing on forecasting, kind of getting some type of predictive stuff. The second one they used was exactly what you were showing there, to try and identify underutilized resources. So, for instance, demos that people would have built that they didn't really clean down when they were finished, they didn't remove it. The admins were able to see what was being wasted, basically. So that last example that you showed is really important, I think, for people to. It's worth going in. You don't have to live in it, but go in every week, I guess, and just have a look and say, okay, is there stuff I'm consuming, I'm paying for that I don't need to? Really easy to help you along. Sorry, man, I just wanted to mention that.
No, thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, indeed, everyone is using the forecast. The forecast tool is very, very used. Okay. Also, on this Cloud Advisor, you'll also have an integrated Cloud Guard, and this Cloud Guard will also help you with the security. So I know we are here on a cost management session, but I want to also emphasize this to you. So this Cloud Guard is a free tool that you can use. It's not activated by default. You have to activate it, but as I told you, it's free, so I recommend you to activate it. And this works exactly like the cost tool from the Cloud Advisor, but this, of course, emphasizes the security part. And also, as you can see, you have recommendations here. I don't have, I mean, maybe everything is set up right in my account, but you'll get recommendations related to security, like, hey, you didn't use that port for a while, or I don't know, you have this gateway installed there, but you are not using it. So you have recommendations also for security, and I recommend you activate this Cloud Guard. Okay. I think that was it. So now you know how to check the cost. You can check them as I showed you here. You can also predict them by using also the cost estimator and
the final one. Where would they, if they use the tags to group stuff together?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Where would they go for that?
Yeah, I forgot about the tags. Sorry. I showed you here that you can also filter your resources by tags. So even if there are resources in multiple compartments, and I'm gonna go again with this drawing. So this is like compartment 1 and this is compartment 2. So you have one resource here, let's say it's a virtual machine, and you have another one here. This is also a virtual machine. You cannot check the cost via compartments because they are different compartments, but you want to check the cost of these two virtual machines. How you do that? By tags, using the same tag applied to both of the resources. You can check the cost of them together, and I will show you how to do that. First of all is to go again to governance and administration, and you have the tag namespaces. Here, as you can see, I have different tag namespaces. I will show you one of them that I have already created. I have here, for example, the tag namespaces of project, and I have a list of values. And if I go on it, I have the project A, project B, and project C. Now, if I go to a compute instance, for example, even when you create a new instance, or even if you have already created an instance, or any other service inside Oracle Cloud, even if it's a database or an analytics instance or any other service that you have, you can apply tags to them. So I go, for example, to this machine that I have here, the virtual machine, and I can go with add tags. And I go and search for the cost control that I have created. And I choose I have already a tag to it, but it's all right. I just want to show you how it's working. And I choose project B, for example. Then I go to another instance from another compartment, for example, and I select again the same tag, project B. Then I go to cost analysis, and I select the tag with the project B tag, and from here And that's it. Then I can check all the resources with the same tag. Very, very easy, very easy to use and very useful.
And again, Radu, I'd say that's internally in Oracle. I know a lot of the demo teams and a lot of the system builders, etc. Tags are kind of a huge thing internally. So be a strong recommendation if you want to group stuff, as exactly as Radu said. If you've got a lot of diverse and dispersed resources, it's a really good way of kind of trying to group it all together into something you can keep control of. So again, used a lot internally. Thanks, Radu.
Yeah, and also I forgot to mention, those are the cost tracking tags, but very useful are also the tags, the normal tags, because you can use them for automations, like you can create API calls, like delete all the resources or stop all the resources with a specific tag. So these tags are going to help you to everything that that you want to create inside the Oracle Cloud. Okay, I think that was it. We covered all the subjects for today.
Yeah, thanks, Radu. So I guess so. Tags, the cost analysis, really. The cost estimator, I should say. That's a really good one to use before you spin up anything. That's a good one to use. So these are kind of tools, Radu, that you're living with pretty much,
yeah.
I would say 24/7, but pretty close to it.
So exactly.
You know, I guess that the thing is familiarize yourself with them if you can. They're easy to use, they're free, there's no charge. Certainly, if you want to look at personally, I find the standard reports fine. I know 90% of the internal requests that we have, it's the standard reports, but that doesn't mean you may need something completely different. And if you can, you can extract it exactly. Rather, yeah, you can extract it and have a look around it. There's a lot of free applications around on that. A lot on our own tools and a lot of other people's as well. So feel free to have a look around before you start. You might find something that's already built that you can use. Radu, as always, thanks a lot for this. That was a really great session. And
thank you
with that, I'll close the call. Thank you, man.
All right. Thank you too. Have a nice day.